Let me ask you a question. Do you think that you are paid fairly according to the work, commitment, and the value that you bring on the table at the organization that you work for? Because the amount of salary that you are paid basis the work that you do and the results that you bring is a clear litmus test of you being valued in the organization and how much the organization is interested in you. But the day you come to know that you are underpaid, and more so when you see that a poor performer or a less experienced person is getting higher salary or a higher package and compensation benefits over and above than what you are getting, it really breaks you. Well friends, my name is Arun Thukral. I'm a leadership and a life coach, and in this video today I'm going to tell you what are the signs that tells you that you are underpaid at work and what all you can do about it to overcome this. Because the day you come to know that you are being underpaid at work in spite of giving more amount of time, more hours, more effort, more commitment, and you are not paid fairly, it just breaks you. But this video will tell you that you don't have to break yourself, break your head, or feel low or down or be more anxious about it. This video is all about to tell you what all you can do to overcome that challenge. But before that, you need to know what are the signs that you are getting underpaid at work. I also want you to like and subscribe my channel so that you can get more content alert as I'm sharing it, because the whole purpose of me is to help you, to develop you, to make you a more confident person so that you are more successful in your life and at your work. Stay tuned. Let's find out what are some of the signs that you are underpaid at work. The number one thing, check your salary average compared to others from the marketplace. So the first thing that you can do is you can pick up the call and speak to some of the consultants, job consultants, and try to take a fair idea about what is the salary pattern with the same age, experience, and almost a similar educational background. You will get a fair idea that whether you are at par, below, or you are higher up at the moment. And that is one sign that you can check whether you are underpaid or you are paid fairly. The second thing that gives a sign that you are underpaid is when your responsibilities have changed over a period of time. No doubt when you work hard, when you are highly committed at work, your organizational leaders look potential in you and they tend to give you additional roles, additional responsibilities. That's a very welcome move. But after a period of time, when you see that you are giving too much of your time and effort while your salary structure is not moving, that's another sign that tells you that you are underpaid. The number 3 point, that you see that you are getting lesser benefits over and above as compared to other colleagues within the same band. A lot of time you see that some people are offered, let's say, parking spaces, or they are given additional holidays or some additional coupons, benefits, discounts on various different schemes that the organization runs, and you are not the privileged one though you are in the same band. It's a clear indicator that you are underpaid. Check this out. The fourth sign is when you start changing the industry in the hope that you will be able to get higher salary packages. Well, I've seen a lot of people, they tend to move from one industry to another industry thinking that other industries pays higher salary than their current industry. And in doing so, they just keep changing jobs in that admiration that their salary would increase. But eventually after 3 years, 5 years down the line, when they compare, they see that their salary packages actually are not growing. So eventually you have to work hard and prove yourself in merits that you are a good talent. Only then your salary merit will take place. The next sign is that you have not negotiated your salary well at the time of your joining. A lot of people, they don't pay attention to doing a good negotiation with the employer, and under that circumstances they just tend to accept whatever that comes on their way because they feel that doing a negotiation is not their job or they are not too interested about it. At this point, I also want you to watch my another video, how to negotiate your salary with HR in India, to get more insights. So if you have not negotiated your salary well, definitely you would be paid under, and your salary wouldn't be comparable to others in the same company. The sixth sign is that you see that other people in your same band in other departments are paid higher salaries. A lot of time you come to know, when let's say you're working as a sales head, and you come to know that the finance head or the HR head or the training head or the distribution head, who are almost at an equivalent band, they are getting higher salary than you, though they carry almost similar experience, and still their pay perks are higher than you, in spite of you coming with a rich experience and you are bringing revenue. It just kills you once you come to know that you are not paid at par or above those people. And this is another sign that you are underpaid at work when you compare it with others. The seventh sign is that you didn't have a performance review with your line manager. I'm sure you will agree that any performance review that happens with your line manager is to understand your growth and quality of performance that you bring on the table, and basis which your salary, your professional growth is decided. But if you haven't had any performance review with your line manager, there are definitely high chances that maybe your manager or your employer is not interested to look up to you in terms of improving your salary or your professional growth. The next sign is that you get a call from a recruiter talking about a newer position with a high salary bracket, and immediately you realize that in spite of having a similar experience and age, you are underpaid right now. And at the same time, when the recruiter come to know about your package, they surprisingly tell you that we thought that you are at a higher package, and then maybe you are dropped for that position because you are not matching with the age, experience and the work responsibilities that you have vis-a-vis the CTC that you carry. That's another sign that you are definitely underpaid. The next sign is, watch out on the different positions the company is publishing to attract newer employees and recruit new people who have less experience and more payout. It's a good comparison for you to understand that where you stand vis-a-vis those positions and the experience and expertise that is required from outside, and why they are paid more. And that's a clear indicator to tell you that whether you are paid less or you are paid at par. The next sign is that your salary package has remained more or less same from the time that you accepted the offer. A lot of time it is seen that candidates, when they accept the salary, based on the virtue of work that they give and the kind of increments that they give, they are not up to the industry standards. So they get anything under 4 or 5% of incremental hike, and they see that when it compares to inflation, their salary is more or less remains static and it doesn't change. A very clear sign that you are underpaid at work. The next sign could be that your position is not in demand and your salary is going below and below. Let me explain you this point. I'm sure you would see that there are various jobs that are becoming redundant because of artificial intelligence and the role technology is playing. And you see that slowly and steadily, such roles do not require too much of demand in the market and do not require too much of attention within the organization. And slowly and steadily, you see that there is no salary hike which is happening, and ultimately the job become redundant. So not only that you have to see that you are being underpaid, but watch out whether your role is becoming extinct because of technology or artificial intelligence. And that also demands that you need to really work hard and upgrade your skills so that you are always in high demand jobs that are required in the marketplace. Another sign could be that the more recent hires are getting higher pay rises or salary increases. I'm sure you would see that some hires who were taken very recently, they are making more amount of increments, more salary basis on the performance that they have given. And if you see that your performance is not delivering the amount of salary that you deserve, it's a clear sign that you are being underpaid. The next point could be that you see a high turnover rate in your organization, which means that you find that a lot of people are leaving the organization, and when you check it out, the main reason of leaving the organization, you come to know that they realized that they were underpaid, and that's why they made a switch of their job. That's an indicator that also gives you a feeler that whether you are underpaid or you are paid fairly, because that's an indicator that people are leaving means you are definitely this organization is not paying as per the standards. Another sign could be that the organization is doing extremely well, but they don't pay you as per your potential. A lot of time it happens that when an organization starts skyrocketing their business, they do not want to pay their employees because they look at their profitability and they don't just pay you as per your potential. That's another sign that gives you an indication that you are underpaid. Now that you have come to know about the various signs, various indicators that tells you that you are underpaid. So, as I suggested in the beginning, don't get bogged down. What you need to do is, you really need to sit, relax and think deeply about it, what best you can do to overcome this challenge. Changing job is one of the most easiest thing that you can do, which also I will tell you how to do that, but that's not the solution. The first and foremost thing that you really need to do is, you need to work on improving your performance and also building your skills. Well, in order to do that, the first thing that you can think about is talk to a coach, talk to a co-worker whom you trust very well. Share your current concern, that how you feel that you are being underpaid. Because at that point of time, you require a lot of counseling and the right direction that can help you to create the right path within the organization to see how you can do your best to get fair pay based on the work experience and the expertise that you bring on the table. The second thing that you can do is renegotiate your salary. Yes, that's the point I want to bring, that it's your right to go and sit with your line manager, have a clear discussion with him on your performance review first, to understand that what he thinks about you, your performance and your role in the overall growth story of the organization. Understand what is his belief system about you and how he looks into you as a future asset in the organization, or whatever gaps that you may have. And that generally happens in the performance review. Start working on them and share the progress with your line manager time to time, so that you create the right signs in his mind that you are on a progressive path. And then you start talking about, at the right time, renegotiating your current offer vis-a-vis the work, the projects that you have completed, the revenue that you have brought on the table, and how you have been a very important member in the growth story of the department or of the overall organization. If you can do this, it can really bring a lot of things in terms of money, clarity and recognition to you in the organization. And the last step, if by doing all this is not working, then it's important to test your caliber, test your experience and expertise outside the organization. Go out and find out similar jobs in those organizations which are in high demand, maybe your competition, and talk to them that how you are a valuable asset and how much value that you can bring on the table. And then do a very good salary negotiation with them, so that you are satisfied at the end of the day that you are paid at par basis on the skill and the experience that you carry. Well, I'm sure this video would have really enriched you with a lot of insights about what are the signs that you are being underpaid and what all you need to do to arrest that situation, improve that situation, and become an outstanding performer within the organization and grow with the organization as you contribute your hours, time, as well as your commitment to the organization. Well, if you really like this video, do let me know with your comments what have you learned, and also share some of the topics that you want me to cover, so that I can come back to you more prepared with my experience, my skills and my knowledge with you all. And don't forget once again to like and subscribe this channel so that it reaches more people. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching me.